next shot of tequila. The vibes tonight, yeah, so sweet, yeah. I'm on spot this sweet señorita. When you bounce to the bass and the tweeter, she look more bonita. The way she move remind me of Selena. She rocks so, she dips so. She only dance to reggae and calypso. Look how the dress hung up on her hips so. Look how she move fast and I do it slow. More bonita. Mama Caesar, girl, why let me come me and you? Me make she feel alright. Well dance all night if you want to.
Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Yeah, she had the thing I love. How she from I don't know. She wears some go low. The place like a dojo. So what you say, what you say, what you say? The girl when you come my way. What you do, what you do, what you do? I must get through. Girl, roll up now, you show me that wine. Turn around, girl, don't be shy.
I lose all control when I see you standing there in front of me. Your style, your clothes, your hair, your hair, woman, you look so sexy. The way you whine and the way you dance and the way that you twist and turn your way. To all the ladies in the dance, I lose all control when I see you standing there in front of me. Your style, your clothes, your hair, woman, you look so sexy. The way you whine and the way you dance and the way that you twist and turn your waist leaves me wanting, leaves me yearning, leaves me feeding for a taste. Before the end of the night, I wanna hold you so tight. You know I want you.
Yes. Thank you, DJ Hypeness. How are you?
I am good. 2 minutes went by quick.
I know it did. That was actually a little bit
Oh
longer,
my
but I
God.
was
I couldn't
enjoying the
even get 5
music.
songs in, but it's okay. It's all good. It's all good.
Yes. So thank you for joining us this evening and welcome everyone. Now that's the way I like to kick off a summer celebration. So welcome to our fantastic summer celebration with music and a great guest. So thank you for stopping by as you hang out with us on this summer day. So I am Simone Matthew, and today we are joined by a top Dominican-born DJ Hypeness, and she's going to tell us all about her amazing journey of becoming a DJ and the owner of her own radio station. So don't forget to share the live, tag someone, tag a few people, because friends will not allow friends to miss this conversation. And as you're coming in, just tell us, as always, where you are joining us from, and also tell us, how your week is going and all that wonderful stuff. So, of course, we cannot forget to thank our sponsor of our Facebook Live, tdnradio.net. So, speaking of great music, don't forget that we are always grateful to TDN Radio for sponsoring our Facebook Live. So once again, welcome to the program, DJ Hypeness.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm very grateful, I should say.
Yes. I saw you on another program that we do here on TDN Radio, and I said I had to get you on here so you could come and share your story with my audience as well. So it's wonderful having you. So DJ Hypeness, what are your nickname? Tell us about your name and how you came up with that name.
Ooh, interested. my name, DJ Hypeness, I actually got that from a very popular celebrity now. Back then, we were very good friends. And my name, just because we hung out a lot, my name just became part of his name. And I made it my own as a DJ. And that's how I don't want to give too much details on that part. But I've been DJing for about 15 years. It wasn't something that I started in Dominica. It's something that I adapted here in New York. So I've been grateful to be a DJ. I actually enjoy what I do.
Yes, and I wanted to hear all about being a DJ. But can we start back in the early days growing up in Dominica? What part of Dominica you were born and raised, and your formative days in Dominica?
A lot of people like to say they're from the city, but I was raised in the countryside. I'm a very proud La Planian, if that's a
Mm-hmm.
word, if we can call it that. Born in the city, raised in the countryside with my grandmother. My mom, of course, was very involved. It's just a city away. But growing up there was, I don't know, because although countryside is the bushes, I'm afraid of the bush. For some reason, I'm very, very afraid of the bush. So I wasn't one of those kids that was always up and down running in the bush, but I loved the beach. I loved going to the river, even if they barely allowed me to go. But whenever I got the chance, I loved the water. That was definitely something that I enjoyed. And I had this cousin, all he ever played was reggae music, either Bob Marley or this guy from Africa who died. Oh my God! When I get the name, I'll let you guys know. But
Mm-hmm.
he would build his own speakers, so he because he played all that reggae music,
Mm-hmm.
I just fell in love with dancehall reggae music, and I've always loved music from a young child. So coming to America and getting exposed and seeing Jazzy Joyce, who's a female DJ in New York City, just made me know that, hey, listen, you love music, not only men DJ, because I never saw a female DJ before her.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what got me to, even consider being a DJ when I got
Yeah,
to America.
yeah, absolutely. So just tell us about a little bit about the transition from Dominica to the States. How long you've moved since you've moved to the US, what that transition was like for you.
I've been here 22 years, and
Mm.
it was not something that was planned at the time. I was a troubled teen. I used to give a lot of trouble.
Ooh,
My
I don't
father was
believe you.
visiting. I used to give a lot of trouble. My father was visiting Dominica, and my mom, I got into some trouble, and my mom was like, listen, you got to take her with you. You
Right.
gotta take her out of this situation. I had a daughter
Mm-hmm.
when I was 16, and it was just
Mm.
a lot of things happening. So my father wasn't prepared to take me to live with him, but because I had an aunt in, the US that was willing
Mm-hmm.
to take up the responsibility, when he was leaving, my mom sent me with him, and she kept my daughter. So she raised my
Mm-hmm.
daughter from the age of 1.5 to 12.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
so that was the transition back then. It was very
Mm-hmm.
difficult for me at the time because I was only 18 years old, and you're
Yeah,
pulling
I
me
can
away from my
imagine.
daughter. You're
Mm-hmm.
pulling me away from the life that I know and getting
Right.
used to. So it was a little difficult in the beginning for me.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
imagine. I can imagine. So what did you
Yeah.
do when you got to the US? You started school, you pursued a
I
career?
I tried to go to school
Mm-hmm.
in the beginning. High school said I was too old to go back to high school, so they weren't
Wow.
listening to me. College, I was like, "Okay, Dad, can you help me pay for college?" He said no. He had too many
Oh my God.
responsibilities with his wife and his children at the
Wait,
time.
so you came up here and they had no plan for you.
No,
My God.
no. So I babysat my aunt's kids for a while, and eventually, I guess meeting people and getting different little knickknack jobs here and
Mm-hmm.
there. And at some point, I decided to go into the medical field. And
Okay.
that took me a little while, but when I did go to the medical field, my father tried to help me pay for that.
Right.
And I started with medical assistant, nursing assistant, phlebotomist, EKG specialist, to the point where I started working with a very um, good hospital, a trauma level 1 hospital, as a burn technician.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
did that for about 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Still doing music, still traveling, getting in more clubs, radio.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I recently quit my job last year.
Really?
I quit my
So you're
job.
DJing full time?
I'm DJing full time. I always did.
Okay.
I never prioritized my job over my DJ career because I love them
Mm-hmm.
the both. They both, when you separate things, you don't give it the attention that you need to give it
Right.
in order to succeed. So
Mm-hmm.
I would do my 12-hour shifts at work, go to a party, DJ, go
Wow.
home, take a shower, and go straight to work for 7 a.m. Sometimes I don't get home
Wow.
till like 5:30 in the morning. Shower, work. Because if
Mm.
you separate them, you won't put the time and effort that you
But
need to.
how do you do that without burning out, burning and crashing?
The good thing is, as a burn care specialist, it
Hmm.
requires your attention, and some dressings take like 3 hours. So you
Hmm.
have to be up. And on my
Right.
1 hour break, I sleep for an hour.
Right.
That's how I would keep it up. Being
Hmm.
busy, constantly going. Because the moment you sit down and you take a break, you're gonna get tired. But if you
Right.
keep going, your body is forced to keep going.
Right, right. So in essence, you started pursuing DJing from as soon as you got to the States. So I mean, how did that bug bit you just from being exposed to music in Dominica, and then you came up and you saw one female DJ and you said that this is the passion
Listen,
for me?
my life have so much drama.
I
It's
know.
a lot to dissect it. My life is filled
I
with drama. I'm trying to give you a synopsis.
know. Right,
But
right, right. I got you.
when I came to America, of course, it took me some time, maybe like 3, 4 years before I even got involved into DJing. I tried being a stripper. That didn't work. I was too shy. When they accepted me, they're like, okay, your body looks fine. We could do that. We need your breast size. I was like, you know what? This is too much. I don't think I could handle this. I'm not
Right.
doing this.
Uh-huh.
So, having these little jobs at the car wash and here and there, I met this girl and she was working at a radio station as an intern. Shout out
Mm-hmm.
to Nadia, that's her name. So she said she likes what she do, and she
Mm-hmm.
would really like it if we could find our own radio show on a radio
Mm-hmm.
station, and maybe I could talk for her because I'm the talker. I'm the
Mm-hmm.
talker, and she'll
Mm-hmm.
play the music. And it so happened I was dating this Antiguan guy who was a manager for a radio station, Royal Radio. That's where my DJ career started. So he's like, I could get you guys on the radio. You don't need any experience. I was like, okay, that'd be dope. Let me tell her. It
Mm-hmm.
was $150 an hour. At the time, doing radio, I know some stations still charge, but when you work hard enough, that goes out the window. So I put in my work. I used to pay per hour. We would just do half half. She would DJ, and I always said, I want to learn to do what she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Something didn't click 100% because she was learning to mix. She didn't have anybody to teach her how to mix. So I found someone that was willing to show me how to mix by going to parties, and you'd be like, "Oh, I'm a DJ, I could teach you." And he started to teach me how to mix. She stopped DJing and she went on to be a security guard. She
Mm-hmm.
still does this to this day. And I continued my DJ career. I never stopped. I never
So,
ever.
so tell me the first experience you had when you first DJed a party by yourself.
Ah, they stood up
Nervous
and they were looking at me
excitement.
for a long time.
Mhm.
They were staring at me. They're like, "Who is this girl who thinks she could DJ? Like, you don't have to play the whole song. You could cut, cut, cut." And I'm
Right,
like, "I'm good at what I'm doing. What are you talking about? I'm great." But
right.
when you're just learning, you think you're the bomb. It was
Hmm.
nerve wracking, but I never got anybody that told me, "Don't do this anymore."
Right,
I always got encouragement. Like people would just
right.
say, "You know what? You're doing this wrong. Let me show you how to do this
Hmm.
right," and stuff like that. And I used
Hmm.
to volunteer for a lot of free parties to learn, to
Hmm.
get the experience to deal with crowd. So
Hmm.
that's what made me continue until I reached this level that I'm at. There was
Yes.
at a point in time when I used to have guys talk for me, and I remember one experience that I had in the Bronx. The guy was a very, very good MC. He did an amazing job. May he rest in peace. He was murdered. But
Mm.
um when we worked together, he would not MC right for me. I'm like,
Mm.
you're a good MC. Why is it we look like we're failing?
Mm.
This doesn't look right. So over time you learn you have to be compatible with someone for them to talk for you. So at
Right,
that time when that happened and it was a big fail for me, the guy who gave me the opportunity, he said to me, no matter how many times you fail, you have to practice talking for yourself because a man
right.
cannot speak for you. A man cannot
Hmm.
speak your thoughts. So certain songs he would introduce as a woman, you would say something different. So you have to
Hmm.
learn and practice in the mirror and do it over and over and over until you get it. So from that day on, no man to my mic. No man
Wow.
my name.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
Wow.
it
So
took a
so
long
a
time.
lot of practice. A lot
A
of
lot of
practice.
practice, a lot of
Now,
faith.
when did I know a lot of failure? I can
Yeah.
imagine because that you come from a medical background into music and being a DJ. But when did you know you were really getting popular?
No, I actually started DJing before the medical field. My
Oh,
mom
yes,
never
that's true.
believed in my DJ career. She never
Hmm.
believed in it. They never supported me when it came to doing my music. They felt like I was wasting my time. Um
Wow.
that I wasn't paid enough or I would do
Hmm.
too many free gigs and it wasn't worth it. So one of my aunts, she believed in me. She lived
Hmm.
in the Virgin Islands, and she recommended me for their festival, their beach fest. Is that how they
Hmm.
called it? They
Hmm.
used to bring a lot of big artists there, and they booked me alongside Trey Songz, Keisha Cole,
What?
Skipperton, Iwer George, and I was the host and the DJ for that event.
Wait.
And
Hold on. Before you go further, so like, what were the thoughts going through your mind when you found out you were going to be doing that event? Because I would have just straight up panicked.
I was super, super grateful and nervous, hoping that I could do the right thing. I was going to the gym, trying to, get in good shape and get
Yes.
myself ready. We negotiated to a price, and when they asked me how many people were traveling with you, that was a first for me. I was like, "Wow,
Mm,
you're willing to pay for people to come with me. Now
right.
you're thinking of me bigger than I actually think of myself."
Mhm.
So that was a big deal for me, and that made
Right.
me realize, like, listen, you're not as small as you probably think of yourself. There are others that
Right.
probably look at you from a different angle. And besides that event, I remember I went somewhere and this guy said to me, "You look familiar." I said, "Oh, yeah." He's like, "Yeah, I think I know you. Are you DJ Hypeness?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like,
What?
"Oh, I know you. I listen to you. I rate you, whatever, whatever." So the more I started to hear that, the more I
Hmm.
realized, okay, all right, you're probably
Hmm.
speaking volumes out there. You're getting there. So
Hmm.
that's when I started to get a sense that okay, the name is getting to be a household name in many different places. Of course, there's a lot more work to do, but
Hmm.
that's when I started to realize that okay, you're getting there.
Yeah, definitely. And we have a few people joining us on the live already. So that is wonderful to see. We have Paula John Baptist. She says, hi, cuz.
Oh, she's from La Plaine too. Hi.
Yes, hi, cuz. And we
Yeah,
have Fran, who says nice and practice makes perfect. So the folks are coming in
absolutely.
as you're coming in, I encourage you to share the live, tag someone, and let them know that we are here with DJ Hypeness, Dominican born top DJ and radio station owner. So we have a lot to talk about this evening. But just tell us in general some of the challenges that female DJs face in this industry? Because I am sure you have some stories you could tell us.
Ah.
How much time we
Well,
got, right?
one of the biggest challenges that we face is getting booked and being respected for our craft as a
Hmm.
DJ. Not separating us by gender, but allowing us to be part of the team because of our talent. So that's one of our biggest challenges is getting respected and booked as frequently as male DJs. Another challenge for a female DJ is being a mother. That is a big challenge
Hmm.
because when you get pregnant, you can't go to clubs at a certain point. So you have to
Right.
put down you can't take any bookings. You have to put that down for a little while. You have to focus on your kids. You have to focus on nurturing them when they're young. So that's a challenge for a woman, a female DJ, because men, when they're DJs, they leave the baby with the mother. You know what I mean? And here
Right.
we are. We have to stay home and stay back to take care of
Hmm.
the kids. So when I had my son in the prime of my career, when
Wow.
it just started to take off, I had to take a step back and stop for over a year and a half to
Wow.
focus on my son and my pregnancy. Because after a while, the clubs were like, "No, we're not letting you in." So that was a
Wow.
challenge. Um, Another challenge that we face, of course, a lot of women go through that. I did not about that on the other platform,
Hmm.
but the sexual advances. in order
Yes.
for them to make you feel like they can take you to the next level.
Wow.
So
Like
I
the
get
casting couch, right?
yeah,
Oh
exactly, exactly.
wow.
I'm pretty sure a lot of females can vouch for that. They can mention
Mhm.
that the advances and some men pretending that they want to book you. And that's when
Wow.
you start hitting them heavy. You want to book me? Okay, my price is you go up a notch
Mhm.
to see
Mhm.
if they're serious about the bookings, excuse me.
Mhm.
Um so that's another challenge.
Mhm.
That's those are three of the major challenges that
Yeah,
I
absolutely. I can certainly see how that could be problematic. But just tell us about some of the other successes that you've enjoyed, because that was a huge success for you, that one particular program. And I don't want anyone on the Facebook Live to think I'm ignoring their comments. I see your comments. I'm coming over to you, but I'm enjoying our conversation with DJ Hypeness. So, what are some of the other major successes you have experienced in your 15-year career?
Um, I'm blessed to have traveled a lot of places to DJ. Few places in Canada: Calgary, Alberta, Calgary, Mississauga, Toronto, St. Kitts, the Virgin
Hmm.
Islands, a lot of different places here in the U.S., California, um, Atlanta, Florida, Virginia, Maryland, a lot to mention. Um, some of the highlights I would say is getting the pleasure to work alongside big names in the dancehall business. For example, Tony Mataran. I've worked alongside Tony Mataran. I've worked alongside um, Renaissance Sound, which is very big in Jamaica.
Hmm.
The Japanese sound. How you call them again? Oh my God, I'm on the spot, so I have to think.
Hmm. Take your time. Take your time.
They're one of the biggest sounds in Japan. They're actually
Hmm.
when they keep events, it's like 40,000 strong people that
Wow.
would come out to their events. Uh, wow. I've worked
Hmm.
with VP Records. I'm pretty sure a lot of
Yes.
people know VP
Oh,
Records.
yes, I know them.
I've had the opportunity to DJ for Dovey Magnum. I don't know if you
Hmm.
know Dovey Magnum.
Sounds familiar.
She has a
Hmm.
hit song called Ball Out. You ever
Hmm.
heard of Ball Out? I
Do you
used
have
to
it readily
travel with her.
available? I'll listen.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop it for you.
Yes, drop it for me. It's a
I've
party.
had the opportunity to DJ for her and travel to the Bahamas and different places. She took me with her. So that was a
Mm-hmm.
big deal for me as a female DJ because
Hmm.
sometimes it's very difficult to find women that you can actually work with.
DJ
Right.
Hypeness in the building. Don't stop. Oh, what a feeling. Me love the fuck feeling. I want to feel everything in me. Load up your gun, make it bust in me.
I played the wrong
Yes.
version, but you get the picture.
Yes, I get
You've
the
heard
picture.
that song before?
Yes, I have.
Okay, okay.
Yep. Yep. So you've worked with her. You've traveled with her.
Right. I was her DJ.
Wow.
So I went on trips and different
Trips
shows
with
that
her.
she had to DJ
Right,
for
right.
her. So
So
that
I
was
mean,
a
what?
big highlight in my career.
Yeah. So
Mm.
I mean, what is your schedule like? Because I know. So you have your son now. Your daughter. Did she eventually come up from Dominica to join you
She
up here in
did.
the
She
States?
did. She came
Okay,
up when
good.
she was 13 and she helped me raise my son actually. So perfect timing
Nice.
where
Nice.
there were times when I could leave her with my son and my
Hmm.
cousin, one of my cousins. So it worked out pretty well.
Yeah. So the whole village thing that we talk about a lot in Dominica. It takes a village. So you have your village.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And at some
Yes.
point my mom took my son for like
Hmm.
a year and change. She kept
Hmm.
him for a little while because something that I do talk about, and
Hmm.
I'll speak about it on your program. At
Hmm.
some point in my career, um, when I lost my job, bookings were not as strong as they could have been. I became homeless. I lost my apartment. I used to sleep in my car with my kids. So my mom
Wow.
stepped in and she took my son. My daughter used to stay at one of her friend's house while we kind of get things together. At some point, my daughter started to run away as well. So I had a lot going on. And I could not focus on doing music because I had to focus on trying to get things right.
Mm,
There are times when I would interview big artists because I used to do television as well. So I've interviewed Kimani Marley, I've interviewed Tanya Stevens, um, Julian Marley,
mhm.
Movado, you name them. I've interviewed a lot of big artists. So go out there, do my interview, come back, I gotta sleep in my car. I had a really, really rough time at some point, but things turned around for me, meeting the right people,
Right.
help you get back on your feet.
And how did you stay
Harder.
strong during that time? Because this program is about encouraging those of us who, sometimes we fall and we just don't know how to get back up. But how did you stay strong? What did you keep telling yourself to stay strong and to get back on your feet? I mean, that's a powerful story.
You know what I used to tell myself? I'm on my knees, but that's only a praying position to stand up
Oh
again.
my
That's what I used to tell myself. I'm only on my knees. I will get back up. So I said that to
God.
myself very, very frequently until finally the friends that you have, the family that you have can be the most powerful thing to help you get back to where you needed to go. So my mom chipped in by taking my son. My
Hmm.
aunt used to help me financially to try to get somewhere to stay. One of my friends stepped in. He's like, "You could stay in my house for a little bit."
Hmm.
Um, until I got a job,
Hmm.
and I just pushed until things just worked out. I met this guy. He was
Hmm.
nice. His grandmother had a place for rent. He knew my situation instead of me trying to cover it up, and he helped me out of it. And to this day,
Right.
I'll forever be grateful. And I just never stop. So that made me work 3 times as hard to never, ever end up in that position again.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. And kudos for you for being so strong, because that situation would have broken a lot of people, and you
that's
stayed
true.
strong and you persevered and you had a mission in mind.
Right,
So,
exactly.
so,
And
so,
I,
so,
I always wore a smile in front of people. You would
yes.
never ever know what I was going through unless I actually told you what was
Mhm.
happening.
Right. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. And let's jump on some comments real quick, because I don't want the Facebook Live folks to think we're ignoring them. So Nito Ammon Trading, who's also from La Plaine, she's a
Mm,
cousin of mine. She
nice.
says, couldn't miss this. Her mom and I are from the same area in the village.
Oh, okay. Nice. So I'm
Yes.
pretty sure she know my son.
Mm-hmm.
She
Mm-hmm.
probably know my son and my daughter.
Right. Agnes says, what's the name of your, well, we're getting to the radio station, Agnes, so hold your horses. We're getting, but thank you for asking. We're getting there. Janice
Mm,
says, wow, well done. Thank God you get back up, strong black woman. And that's what I
right.
was thinking too. That's what I was thinking. So yes. So Agnes mentioned your radio station. You were already very busy doing all this DJing. So what inspired you to want to have your own radio station?
The struggles as a female and the fact that we're not supported or highlighted as we should be. I've been on a lot of different radio stations. I started on Royal Radio. I don't know if you ever heard of Song Chat. I was on Song Chat for a little bit last year.
Hmm.
I worked, there's a station that's part of VP Records called Reggae King Radio. I used to be on that. I used to be on Tambourine Radio with Raga Shanti. I'm not sure if that name rings a bell, but that's a
Hmm.
very big name where Jamaica is concerned. And not getting the support that I wanted, the support I wanted to feel like part of the team, and I never got that feeling. So I
Hmm.
stepped back and I took a break and I told them I'm gonna quit. I can't do this anymore. And I took 9 months to just think and think. And I remember one time this guy sent me a flyer, a friend of mine, and it's the same DJs that I keep seeing. I'm like, you know what? What's up with these people? Here
Right.
we are. We're supposed to be friends. Not one female selector. Like every time it's just the same guys, same guys, same guys. I'm like, do we have to create our own station or something?
Hmm.
And I was speaking to one of my friends at the time, and she's like, she actually linked me based on the post that I made, venting about them just booking meals. So she's like, you know what, you're so right, whatever. So I was like, maybe we need to make our own station. She's like, you know what, that's a good idea. Let's do it. I contacted her a few times to do it, unavailable. So I took 9 months and I thought about it. I worked on a logo. I thought about a name. I'm like, you know what, it's my turn. I was like, that's the
Hmm.
name. It's my turn. So individually, we can say my turn, but collectively as a team, we're representing a female station. Like it's
Mhm.
our turn.
Right, right. So if you're just joining us, I see Rosalind has signed on. Michelle Green, my favorite artist, is joining us. So thank you for being here, guys. Thank you for showing your support. If you're just joining us, we're speaking to DJ Hypeness, Dominica Born. I love that name, by the way, because I know what I'm
DJ
expecting when
Hypeness in
you.
the building.
I know what to expect when I hear your name. So she's just telling us all about her trials and her tribulations and her successes. Because I have to tell you, she's tremendously successful. And I was just concerned that she being from Dominica and I being from Dominica, and I'm like, I don't know. I saw on another program, I'm like, I don't know who she is. And I should know who she is because she's representing us as Dominica. And we should all know who she is. So I'm very grateful that she decided to join us here for the program. So tell us the website where we can go to visit your radio station, because I'm going to pin it in the comments.
It's myturnradio.com. So
Okay,
it's
I'm going to do
spelled
it right now.
exactly the way that you hear it.
Mhm,
myturnradio.com. That's
mhm,
the website. I make things very, very easy. Everything that is associated to My Turn Radio, whether it's IG, My Turn Radio, Twitter, My Turn Radio, Facebook, My Turn Radio. Same thing with DJ Hypeness. From the time I got my name, everything remains the same. My number has been the same for many years. It
mhm.
makes it so much easier to just, get in contact with me if necessary. I have to say, shout out to Patrua, Pat. I think a lot of people call her Pat or Patura. She's the only Dominican that have ever booked me for one of her events.
Oh, is that the Hawaiian thing in New
Yes,
York? Oh,
yes, yes,
yes,
yes.
yes.
So
Love
I had
her.
the pleasure of playing at one of her events. I think it was 2019. We were supposed to do one last year. She booked me for last year, but with the pandemic, it was canceled. And this year, I'm not on it, but
Mhm.
maybe next year. But I appreciate the opportunity that she gave me.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so thank you. So tell us some of your programs we can expect on your radio station, because you're also one of the hosts on your
I
radio station
am.
as well, right?
Wednesdays, I kept the day the same. So it would be easier for anybody that ever listened to me on any of the other radio stations to just follow through. So Wednesdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. is the time that you can find me on the radio. It's called the Anything Talk Show.
Mhm.
Can be very controversial at times.
In what way?
We have a lot of different topics, and sometimes the callers can get a little bit, you know, controversial with their thoughts. Like,
Hmm.
for example, this guy said the other day we had a topic. I can't remember the exact topic, but he said you have to train your ladies. So women had a problem with the fact that he said women need to be trained.
Ooh, I'd have a
Yes,
problem with
so
that
that
too. Train your
so
ladies.
that
What am
was
I, a
that
horse?
was a bit controversial. We've had different things. I used to have a sex show on Tuesday nights. I'm probably gonna bring it back because it's in high demand. I guess people
Hmm.
love to talk about sex. It's
Hmm.
raw content after 9 p.m. We get very ranchy.
Hmm.
Yeah. But
Hmm. Now, let me tell you,
station is very
Michelle Green
diverse.
also has a very voluptuous views program. So you guys might want to connect and share some ideas,
Oh
because
yeah,
Michelle goes
that'd be
there.
good. That'd be really good.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, that's
Uh-huh.
nice. So the
Uh-huh.
station is very diverse. We have mixed cultures on the radio station. We have a Jewish lady that's very embedded into the reggae culture. She's in Chicago. We have someone from Detroit. We have
Mhm.
someone from Atlanta, this white woman. She's very big in the hip hop community. She actually worked with a group of DJs that include Rick Ross has something to do with it. So
Ah.
they're very
Mhm.
she's very big in her category. We have DJs in Antigua. Their number one sound system in Antigua, Sister Soldiers. I'm not sure if you ever heard of Sister.
Mhm. Mhm.
They're on the station. I have someone from Florida. Uh, yeah, two people from Florida, one from
Mhm.
Cincinnati. Yeah, three of them from Florida.
Wow. So
Okay.
it's growing. So it's
It is
growing.
growing. Actually, someone sent me a message from the UK that they want to join the team. I have someone from Canada as well. They
Mhm.
want to join the team, but now I'm becoming a little bit more selective. Initially, I wasn't selective. I let any and everybody on the station,
Mhm.
but they did not take pride into what MTR stands for, which
Right.
is having a platform without discriminating against men. I want to make that very clear. We're
Yes,
not
very important.
discriminating against men. What we're doing is allowing a platform for women to showcase their talent. So it would be very easy to say, okay, I'm going to listen to her. I know where to find her. You know what I mean? So it has
Mm-hmm.
nothing to do with discriminating against men. We support them. And what we do to celebrate men, Father's Day, we invite male DJs to come on to DJ. So
Mm-hmm.
definitely not discriminating against men.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Well, while you're thinking, let me play devil's advocate over here. So what if a man came along and he was a super DJ and you know he would bring so much more attention to your radio station? Would
Oh,
you
it has
consider having
happened.
him come
It has
on as
happened.
a host?
It has happened. I turn it down. I turn it
Ooh.
down because I stand for my women.
Right.
Yeah, and I used to be co-host with Noah Power. I don't know if you ever heard of Noah
Mm-mm.
Power.
Mm-mm.
He's
No.
actually big in the dance hall, one of the biggest DJs in dance hall. We used to be co-hosts, and I quit my show with him. That was a major
Mm.
platform because
Right.
I want to stand for what I stand for. The good thing
Yeah.
about me, the way that I was raised by my mom, we're not easily influenced by either financial gain or popularity. Once we focus on something and we stand for something, that's what I want to stand for. I
Mm.
stand for giving the women opportunities. It's not about the numbers that we can bring in, because with consistency
Absolutely.
and good content, the numbers are
Mhm.
going to come. And we are
Absolutely.
growing nicely. We're going to
Mhm.
celebrate 2 years in September.
Mhm. And you're being authentic. That's the most important thing.
Right, right.
You're
And
being
we're on
authentic to
Alexa
your
as well.
brand.
We're on
Hmm.
Alexa, which is a big deal. You can
Right.
say, Alexa, play My Turn Radio. That's a big deal. A lot of people that's been in the business way before me came to me asking me, how did you get that done? Sometimes
Hmm.
it's just research.
Absolutely. And I'm sure it took a lot of research also to even know how to start a radio station online.
Oh, I can tell you how to do that. I am
Yes,
not
tell
the
us.
type of person that keeps information to myself. People that
Good
know
for
me
you.
personally know that I love to teach. I'm not a
Good for
teacher,
you.
but I love to teach.
Hmm.
Anything any of my DJs need to know, if I'm more knowledgeable, I have no problem sharing my knowledge. Um,
Hmm.
I've shared knowledge with even male DJs already, or personalities that want to grow and move on. So a few of the ladies, two of the ladies from My Turn Radio actually branched out and opened up their own stations.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just give us a quick idea if we where would we get started? Because I don't want you to go through the entire thing, but just where would we get started if someone wanted to open their own radio station?
Well, what you're gonna search for is a server to host your content. So the most important thing is getting a server and getting a plan that you can afford. And once you
Mm-hmm.
get that server, then you start getting the equipments necessary to connect to the server. You need an
Mm-hmm.
encoder that's gonna take all what you're saying to go to the server to go on air.
Mm-hmm.
Most servers, they do offer apps, so you can get an app through your server company,
Mm-hmm.
and you get a website to host your website so people can go to a website to listen to your station, and they have codes that you can embed onto your website so people can hear you.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for sharing that. And we
No
have more
problem.
comments coming in. So I want to thank everyone who's joining us via Facebook Live. And Nick said, I admire your strength. You are inspiration to many who think they can't.
Oh, thank you, I appreciate that.
Yes, yes.
I
Marilyn
appreciate that.
Devlin, hi, what's up? Agnes, do you play Dominican music?
Absolutely, 100%. I love Carly and XP. I love Asa. That's like my top
Hmm.
now, because back then
Hmm.
it was more about WCK for me. I used to love
Right.
WCK. But yeah, I do play bouillon music. I enjoy bouillon. Bouillon brings a different person out of me. Totally
Hmm.
different. I go
Oh,
from sassy to
absolutely.
sassy real quick.
Once they drop the booyah beats.
Oh, absolutely. Love it, love it. And I had the opportunity to DJ alongside Asa too. I played right
Mm,
before him, and it was a vibe. It was really
right.
good. So rest in peace to his pianist, that guy who died
Yes,
from the
yes,
car accident. He was there at the
yes.
time. He
Hmm.
played after me, so it was good. Yes, I am very, very, very into playing my music, of course.
And one of my favorite DJs just logged into the live, so I have to shout him up. Marshall Nesta, handyman,
Oh,
DJ
come on.
Sweets Daddy is his stage
Oh,
name.
oh, okay.
So hey, Sweet Daddy,
Nice.
nice to see you on the
I,
Facebook Live. Thank you for
there's
joining
this
us.
DJ that I really like, DJ Flip the Boss. He
Oh,
does
I
a
love
lot of
him.
remixes. I absolutely love his remixes. I play them on my show all the time
Yes, yes.
because they're
And
very
and
energetic.
it's unfortunate that we don't see music and DJing as a career because we have one DJ in Dominica. I want to say it's DJ Slim. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but he has like 1 million views on YouTube.
Oh yeah, it's
He
not
has
Flip.
huh?
DJ Flip, no?
I want to say it's DJ Slim. I think he's a DJ on Q95. I don't know if Marshall would know who that is, but he has 1 million views. I mean, that speaks volumes.
That's what's up. I like
That
that.
speaks volumes. So, we have to encourage our young people to pursue their passion in the same way that you did. But I think for a lot of people, it's just not knowing where to get started.
You just have to have the right person around you. Ask
Yes,
questions. You never know who's willing
yes.
to answer. I am not afraid to answer questions. I'm not
Hmm.
afraid to share music. I've given strangers music. They hit me up on
Hmm.
IG. They ask me for music. I tell them put your hard drive in my mailbox. They put it in their mailbox, in my mailbox. I fill it up. They
Hmm.
come and pick it up from my mailbox, never seeing how they look in person or anything.
Wow.
So you just got to be surrounded by the right set of people. And one thing I do to embrace Dominican culture, I used to keep this event called Soca Hydration,
Hmm.
which would touch on my side of I'm mostly booked for dancehall events, but that was to bring in the Dominican side. The last one I was gonna keep, I had AAA booked, and that band from St. Kitts. It didn't work out because I couldn't find the location in time, so we
Hmm.
had to cancel the event. But that's my way of contributing to my culture.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for doing that. Now we have Janice who says, "Do you play kadas?"
I do. I know how to play kadas.
Hey, a little exile one.
Shout out to DJ Ron B. I'm not sure if you know him, but DJ Ron B is based in the Bronx in New York. He's supposed to do some music.
Hmm. And
Yeah.
speaking of which, let me ask you this question because I'm just going to be bluntly honest right here. I've listened to the radio
Hmm.
and heard other DJs on the radio playing mixes
Hmm.
from YouTube to the point where you know how you do the little hype with your name.
Hmm.
They're playing the playlist and you can hear the other DJ's name. How do you feel about that? Because I think that's plagiarizing. You're using the person's playlist as if you
On my
created it.
station?
No, 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 no. Not
Oh,
on
on
your station,
other
on
stations.
another station. To the point where you can hear the DJ's music that you just plagiarized. The DJ is saying his name, but you're using the person's music.
Well, in my case, I have people on my station that are hosts. And what
Hmm.
they do, I tell them they can't have a male DJ. So what
Hmm.
they do, they reach out to female DJs that they see their music online or in
Hmm.
SoundCloud. They reach out to them to get their permission to play it. So I'm not sure if it's something
Mm,
like that where the
maybe.
DJs get their permission to
Right.
play their music because it really gives the person mixtape, it gives them the highlight
The
because your
exposure. Yeah.
name is gonna be stuck in your
Right.
head, right?
Right.
So
Right.
it's very possible that they get permission from them.
Hmm.
May not always apply, but from my
Yeah.
end, I
Yeah.
always tell
Hopefully.
my host,
Right.
get the permission from them.
And Marshall said, I need a hookup. So I think he's going to try to reach out to you and you'll give us your contact information at the end. Let's see who else
No
is with us.
problem.
Celia, good evening, anyone? Rosalind, yes, I think she's responding to something. How do we find you on Facebook? Hold your horses. These people are trying to run my show. And we're getting to it. But before we end, DJ Hypeness, I just wanted to know what's next for you because it seems like you've accomplished so much, and again, congratulations on your success. But what's next for you?
Well, I'm a new business owner. I own a print shop. That's where we are live right now. My print shop is in Connecticut. So we do t-shirts, we do
Mhm,
graphic designs, we do flyers, banners, but a host of different things. I have a clothing line that's going to come out, a brand, a clothing brand. I'm not sure how far I'm going to go with it. So that's
mhm,
what I'm working on right now. So hopefully it becomes very, very successful. So far, our clientels, we're getting good business.
mhm.
So that's my venture that I'm working on right.
Yes, and please tell us the name, the location, so we can support you.
The name of the business is Just in Time Designs and Print, and it's
Just
in
in
Stratford,
time.
Connecticut, 2152 Barnum, Barnum Avenue, Stratford, Connecticut.
So
Just
just
in
in
time,
time design.
yeah, Just in Time Designs is just apostrophe in
Mm-hmm,
YME Designs and Print.
mm-hmm,
Um, I'm also getting deep into keeping events more
mm-hmm,
frequently than I normally do. I have
mm-hmm.
Tony Mataron booked for August 6th. That's my event coming up in Mangoes in Connecticut. I wanted to do something with Carlin XP.
Yes.
Yeah, we came up with we had a meeting and everything, but the only thing that prevented that, the meeting was held a little bit too late. The date was gone. The location was gone. So we'll try to figure out something else. Hopefully we can
Mhm.
work on it later
Yeah,
down.
and I was feeling, speaking of calling XP, she's kept us entertained and lifted our
Every
spirits through
Sunday.
COVID-19, and we're so grateful for she and Cornell and all the other entertainers. But how do
Absolutely.
you feel now that the COVID restrictions are being lifted?
It's a great feeling, but I never
Yes.
really
Be honest, be honest.
what I have to say might probably get to a few people, but one, I don't think the public was very informed. The mask situation to me
Mm-hmm.
was taken to a level that was not necessary because they know that it cannot protect you. I got COVID wearing two masks with a patient,
You
and they
did.
were the two wrong masks because what they encourage are cloth masks, which does nothing for you. Doesn't protect
Mm-hmm.
the little droplet mask doesn't protect you either. I had one and a shield, the one with the shield. And I still
Wow.
got COVID from a patient that I was doing her dressing for her burns between her legs.
Oh my
I
God.
got it almost instantly. It's weird. Driving home,
Mhm.
I said, "Babes, I have a headache, and I don't
Wow.
know if I got it from her. I don't know." And
Mm-hmm.
they didn't take me seriously for a while. My job,
Mm-hmm.
they didn't want to give me a test. So eventually, I started to lose my sense of smell and my sense of taste. 2 weeks later, I told them, they're like, "Okay, they'll send me for a test." It came back positive. They wanted me to keep working. Wear your mask and keep working. That's what they told us. Wear your mask
No.
and keep working. Yes, they did not give me time off. Positive.
And you kept working?
I kept working for a
Oh,
week. And then I said, no, this is ridiculous because I'm getting diarrhea every 2 seconds. There's no way I can be
right.
working with a patient and have to be running out the room. I said, this is not fair to me. This is not fair to the patient. This is not fair to my coworkers because, yes, I have to wear my mask with patients. What
Hmm.
happens when I have to eat? What happens when
Right.
we have to change clothes in the locker room? Because my department required us to change clothes because we're dealing with open skin. What
Hmm.
happened to when we're changing clothes? I can't eat with my mask. And when it's
Hmm.
freezing outside, I can't go outside and eat just to please you. I said, that's not fair. I'm taking time off. And I took it off on my own.
Right.
So they know that
Wow.
a lot of the precautions, 6 feet apart, it's nonsense. That's droplet precautions.
Hmm.
COVID to me and the discussion that we had at the hospital, it was airborne. So how do you prevent airborne to get to you through a cloth when it's
Hmm.
so small in size? It can pass through.
Hmm.
How are you telling the public to protect themselves that way?
Right. Right. I'm so sorry you had to experience that.
Yeah, thank God it wasn't. It wasn't bad. I never got a fever. I never coughed.
Mm-hmm.
Never
Mm-hmm.
coughed and never had a fever. It was just body chills, body ache, diarrhea, loss of
Mm-hmm.
smell, headache, but no
Mm-hmm.
coughing, no fever. So them checking your temperature to get in,
Mm-hmm.
if you're a person that don't care, knowing that you have it, but you don't have a fever, you can go in and just spread it to other people. So
Right.
how are you really protecting the public?
That I mean that sounds pretty irresponsible to me to know that you have COVID and to insist that you come into work. Now, was that one of the reasons you decided to quit your job? Because I know you've since
No,
left your job.
no,
Okay.
no, it wasn't. It was the fact that we were an outside company. The
Mm-hmm.
hospital, how would I say it? Most positions were contracted. So we were there for a long period of time and they gave us a 1 month um 1 month notice
Mm-hmm.
that they were getting rid of almost 600 employees. But we had an option to reapply directly to them, with them, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
I got the job, but they put me on a night shift. And I told them I
Wow.
don't work night shift. I've been here almost 10 years working day shift. Why would you put me on a night shift? And they
Mm-hmm.
refused to change it. It doesn't work well with me. I'm a DJ.
Mm-hmm.
Can't work night shift. I have an 11-year-old son too. I can't commit to a night shift. So I
Mm.
resigned for that reason.
Okay. Okay. Yep. And now you're just fully focused on what you're passionate about in the first place.
Exactly. Become
Yep.
your own boss, pay
Yep.
into your retirement and all of that stuff. So that's
Yep.
what I'm doing.
And look, if you can survive living in a car, this is nothing compared to what you've been through in
Exactly.
your lifetime. So thank you so much for sharing everything with us. And Mema Raphael said a mask is better than nothing. Yeah, I agree. But I think it's
I think
also
it's just
important to
mask and affair.
share.
That's it. It's not gonna protect
Yeah.
you. Let's keep it real.
Yeah, I think it's also important to share our own experiences as well and our own opinions. And then she says, thank goodness that you did not, really, get to the point where you
Right.
had to be hospitalized
Right.
with COVID-19.
I'm gonna fix what I said.
Yes.
Not gonna say a mask is not important. You have to wear the
Okay.
correct mask. Let me fix
Right.
what I said. Most
Mm-hmm.
of what you're wearing, including cloth, will not work. You need an
Mm-hmm.
N95, the real one.
Mm-hmm.
That will work because that
Right.
is for airborne. The
Mm-hmm.
other ones are for droplet. There's a difference.
Right.
Sneezing and it's just going to reach 6 feet the
Mm-hmm.
most. That's what it protects you from.
Right.
Let me correct myself.
Right. Thank you for doing so. And Marshall says, blessings to see you doing great and recovered fully. And Anthony Simon is right. He says, the dollar rules in the US, my sister. So that's why they had you keep working because all they saw was the money that they would
Mhm.
lose potentially if you were not working. I mean, that is so sad.
Right.
I've never heard that. But anyway, thank you for sharing that. So, Marshall wanted to know how we can reach you. And by the way, I just looked at your Facebook page. You have over 7,000 followers only on Facebook. What is your following on Instagram and the other social media platforms?
17.3 thousand on so on
Instagram.
Instagram,
Hmm.
5,000 on my main. The DJ one that you're looking at is 7,000. I barely use that page. And
Right.
on the My Turn radio page, we have 1,000 and something because
Hmm.
I have to give thanks for my followers because I don't do anything
Yes.
crazy to get them. If I was into all of this crazy videos or body shots and all of that, I'd probably
Hmm.
have about 30. But I
Hmm.
take my time and people follow me genuinely as a DJ, and I'm grateful.
Yeah, and I think that makes it very difficult for talented DJs like you who are female because you notice in the title I never said female DJ, right? Because why
Uh-huh.
should it matter that you're female?
Right,
If you're
right.
good, you're good. But I think it makes it difficult for you as a female DJ when you see the other DJs who are half undressed
Mm-hmm.
trying to get attention rather than focusing on the skill. So I
Right.
think it makes it particularly difficult when you have the talent, but you're not willing, the same way you're not willing to compromise your
And put in the work.
dignity for a gig.
Mm-hmm.
I think it makes it challenging. So, what are your final thoughts for us as we get ready to wrap up the program? And thank you so much for having this conversation with us.
Oh, you're so welcome. I'm very grateful that you guys invited me. Always happy to get any support that I can because I
Yes.
never take not one single person for granted.
Hmm.
No matter how much someone might feel like, okay, she's up there. To me, I'm still growing.
Yeah,
Uh,
you're humble.
absolutely. So I don't know. I really don't know what
Yeah,
my last thoughts would be
your
besides
contact
gratitude.
information would be good in case we want to
Okay.
book you.
My number is very public. I do not ignore calls. I take every call. All if it says scam likely, I'm still answering. I want to know what you're going to scam me about. So 347-208-8520. That's the number to reach me if you would like to contact me for whatever
One
reason.
more time. Say it one more time.
347-208-8520. That's the number to reach me. Any bookings, call that number. Instagram, DJ HYPENESS. A lot of people forget the E. She remembered. She
I
got
remembered.
yeah, anything DJ Hypeness, very, very easy to follow.
Mhm.
Jesse Hypeness is my main page on Facebook because Facebook said I had too many followers at one point. So they forced me to do the page. And then I had to
Mm.
start from scratch with the Jesse Hypeness. But either way, you can find me. And my
Yes,
business
yes.
page is J Law, which is short for my right name, Jessica Lawrence, J Law Fashions on Instagram.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you.
Anything for you.
Yes, yes. Janice says humble spirit. I agree. Anthony Simon, beautiful Dominican sisters. I think he's referring to me as well. So thank you. And of course, I went
Absolutely.
ahead and pinned your radio station to the
Thank you.
comments. So anyone who wants to jump on there and get some more DJ Hypeness during the week, as well as your other wonderful hosts, they can do so. So I want to thank everyone for being here. Thank you for joining us as we kicked off our summer celebrations. You know, we promised music and cooking and just great conversation as we celebrate a better summer than we did last year. So again, thank you for being here. And don't forget, if you have not already done so, follow Push Past 10 for all your great content. And Anthony said, Happy Independence Day. Yes, happy 4th of July. I especially wanted DJ Hypeness to stop by because we're celebrating July 4th, 4th of July, which is on Sunday. So I wish you a happy 4th of July in advance. And don't forget, we're all about celebrating and promoting our culture, our people, and our businesses and products. So if you have a business, if you have a product that you would like to advertise, you would like to promote via this Facebook Live, we receive over 6,000 visitors every week. So we're truly grateful for that. So you can reach me at pushpast10@gmail.com. So again, that is PUSHPAST at the number 10 at gmail.com. So reach out to me, send me a message, let me know how you feel about the program. And next week we're doing it again. We have some great hosts. We have a reggae uprising star coming. We have a book promotion. So we have lots more. We have Indigenous Book Bushman who's gonna give us a little quick tips on some summer cooking. So I can't wait for all this great programming. So again, I want to thank you for being here, and you have yourself a wonderful evening until we see you again for the next Facebook Live. So Janice, lovely program. Thank you. Anthony Simon, one love. So good evening, everyone, and thank you for being here. Take care.